How's it going, everyone? In this video I'm going to be taking you through the unboxing and installation process of the sat-nav screen that I've got in my car. So it's a 10.25 inch screen. I got it from a supplier called AvinUSA. I'll leave the link in the description. But there's also other stores that sell the same screen on websites such as AliExpress. The reason I went with Avin was because I was looking for a company that would be able to offer support, after sales support if I had any problems with the unit, and also somewhere that I would be able to return it to if I had any problems. But feel free to purchase this same screen from anywhere that you find it at a good price. I'll start off with the unboxing and then we'll move over to the car and go through the installation process. And the installation was actually done over 2 days. I started in one evening and wasn't able to finish it until the next day. Alright guys, this is the box it came in. I'm going to waste no time in opening this up so you can see what it looks like. So first of all, this is the template that goes on the dashboard that you're meant to cut around. So you can see this says E92 2006-2012 right hand drive. So at least I know I've got the right kit here, which is good. Got another bit of paper for the alignment, so this bit will go over the air conditioning. And then underneath this bit of foam, we've got the bit that I've been waiting so long for, which is the unit itself. Yeah, the unit itself, this is it. And it does feel really well made. Like, this is quite heavy. It's like, how can I describe it? It's the weight of maybe a couple of iPads. No, not. It feels like an iPad. Yeah, it feels like a weight of a first generation iPad. Yeah, and it's got metal bezels around here. This is metal. Plastic backing, we didn't expect anything better than that. And then some bits here to mount it into the frame of the car behind the dashboard. Got the connectors here, radio antenna, and this massive screen. It's actually a really decent size. I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna put this aside for now, and that's the main bit that I'm excited about. And look at the cables. So this is a dual USB cable, so I assume this is just for plugging in stuff like USB sticks, CarPlay adapters. Also got the aux cable as well here, the aux socket for the audio. So this is going to be, if the audio doesn't work through the car, which I'm hoping it does, but I can't be sure, I should be able to play it through here. Right, so I'll put that aside as well. Also got, this looks like, what is this? iDrive controller cable. Okay, so there should be an iDrive controller in here. I paid for one, so I'm expecting there to be one. DVR and TV, and line in, line out. I don't think I'll need this cable. What's this? GPS antenna. Aux cable, a knife. I assume this is for cutting the dashboard. Don't know. Close now. Okay, yeah, there's a very weirdly shaped knife in here that I think they gave to me to be able to cut the dashboard open, or at least make the lines for the dashboard. But from what I've seen other people say, you can't really cut the dash with this thing. You need something much stronger. Well, I'm at least gonna try to. I mean, it looks like it might be able to do. It looks like it might be able to do something. So I'll try and cut the dash open with this thing. Hopefully it works. Don't know if it will. What's under here? Okay, so this is the iDrive controller. Buttons have a nice feel to them. It doesn't look like it's not meant to be in the car. I mean, holding it in my hand, I can tell, like by some of the way the materials look, that this isn't a perfectly original piece of equipment. But I think if this was fitted in the car and you're seeing it for the first time, there's no way you'd tell. This is quite nice. Also ordered a reversing camera. Don't know where that is. I assume it's going to be in here. This is the bracket for the screen. AUX or aux splitter. So if the aux cable has to connect to it, I can still play things off the original cable. This is a wiring harness. This is going to connect into the car and the original radio as well, so I can still maintain that functionality of it. Don't know what's in here. Push open fuse box. Okay, yeah, this is the wiring harness, and inside here, fantastic, they actually included it. This is my new boot latch and reversing camera. Alright, so these cables have to run to the front of the car. I have no idea how to connect this, but I'm going to find out sooner or later. So this is a new boot release button, and then we've got this nice looking camera in here surrounded by the rubber. It looks really decent. And yeah, that's it. That's all that's in the box. So yeah, everything I ordered came. Shipping was actually surprisingly quick. I think it was exactly 7 days. 7 days ago I placed my order, and it's already here, so that's impressive considering it came all the way from China. And it actually arrived early. It arrived earlier than DHL told me it would. So I went to go and pick it up today. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fitted in the car, and then we can have a play about with it and see what it's like. Alright, so I'm in the car now. Apologies for there being so much background noise. There's actually some construction going on outside. So I've got this template that they've supplied that's meant to go over the dashboard and help me line up where I'm meant to be cutting. So this is the scary bit, you could call it, of this process, and the bit I've been looking forward to least, but it has to be done. So what I've already done yesterday when I received this unit was I opened it up and I tested it out, and I tested out all the features and functionality of it. So now I'm happy with it. It seemed to work well, so I'm just going to go ahead and install it into the car. Some people have said this is quite a lengthy process, but I'm hoping this shouldn't take me too long. This is the part I absolutely cannot get wrong here. So this has to be correct. Right, so I've got the template installed, so I'm going to go ahead and take the plunge and start cutting into this dashboard. Okay, so I finished fitting the unit now. Well, I finished it last night. This is the next day and I've had a chance to hoover up the car and get everything cleaned up and pieced back together. And it looks really nice. The screen looks very good quality and it fits in well with the rest of the car. If I move back a bit, it looks like it was designed to be there, which is great. So the functionality seems to be really good. It's responsive. There's no lag that I've noticed at all. Everything's pretty fast and instant, and I think the specs that it has on the system built in are actually the cause of that. Just getting a bit lost here. If I go to system info, running Android 8.1 and we've got 2 gig of RAM in there, so that is more than enough for a car head unit, so we should be fine. I've run a couple of apps so far. So I've been using Waze as my main navigation app, and I'm not going to open that up right now so that I'm not giving away my location. But there's other apps that were on here already. I've installed this one called Twilight, and the reason I needed this app was because the screen was actually a bit too bright to use at nighttime. So I've had to use this to dim the screen in the evening time so that it doesn't glare in my face when I'm trying to drive along. And other than that, I haven't played about too much of it. Ideally, it would be nice if I could change these default apps here, music and video, to something else, because they're currently just, as soon as you open them, it starts playing some rubbish that they preloaded on there. I think it's just a trailer for Fast and Furious. So it'd be nice if I could just swap those for YouTube or something else like that, instead of just having all these default apps here that I'm not going to use and always having to be going to the app screen. Phone link I haven't tried out yet. I don't see what I would use that for. And also the car info, since there was no iDrive there already, it just shows this clock, a very useful clock. Don't know what the point of that is. Bluetooth, it works well. I think it works well while you're in the app, and then when you close the app, sometimes it will not play music properly and you have to reopen the app again to get it connected, so that's a bit annoying. Other than that, you've got your Bluetooth settings, your contacts, and all of that in here. It seems to be pretty nicely designed, and the functionality is good. The downside I've had with the Bluetooth and with the unit in general is the sound quality. Sound quality isn't great. It's made bearable by this EQ that was included in an update of these units. I know the older versions didn't have an audio EQ, so at the moment I've had to put all the volumes up to maximum, because if I turn up the volume of the radio a lot, I don't think it will come up on the video, there's a buzzing sound. Let me put my phone closer to the speaker so you can hear it. Yep, the unit emits this buzzing sound or hissing sound when you have the volume up very loud. So I've gotten past that by just having the unit output volume and media volumes really high, and then I don't have to listen to that. Sound settings, for it to sound normal, I've had to turn the treble all the way up and reduce some of the mid, and the bass seems to be just right, or quite, it's almost there. I've also had to boost the treble again on the car stereo as well, to make it sound normal. So yeah, there's something very weird about the way the sound comes out of this unit by default. So this EQ is just making it bearable and the music sounds decent. So yeah, I've managed to load Apple Music on here as well. So I've got my Apple Music library up here. You can just have all the songs that you'd have on your iPhone if you're an Apple user, and all your playlists and stuff like that. You can just have on there and listen to as you please. Yeah, so far I'm happy with it. I'm impressed. Bits I've got left to do are fitting this iDrive controller and also the reverse camera. So I've done the cabling for that well, I haven't done the cabling. I've put out the cables for that. They're currently all just tucked away in the glove box. But this is the cable for the reverse camera, and also the GPS antenna is in there as well. I'm gonna have to put it onto the dashboard. I'm gonna just put it in that corner up there, so that shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, we're almost there. We're getting there. So once the camera's in and the controller's in, it'll be a job done. But another thing that I've noticed that is a bit annoying is that when you put the car into reverse, the music stops. So I'll demonstrate now. I'm not going to play any music so I don't get a copyright strike. But if I put the car into reverse gear now, it brings up the reversing camera interface and it's saying no signal because the car hasn't currently got the camera connected. So if I put it back into park again, it doesn't go off, which is normal because usually the parking sensors are still active after you've just reversed. So I have to disable the parking sensors to get back into the main interface and to get the music playing again. So that's quite annoying, having the music cut off every time you reverse. I guess it's something I'm just going to have to live with to get the added benefits of all of the other things that this unit does well. Right now I've got the center console trim off and I've put it to one side. I've also installed the iDrive controller, and I'm going to try and run this cable from down here up into behind the radio here, where it will connect into the canvas cable. So that shouldn't be too difficult. We'll piece it back together and the iDrive part of this will be, iDrive controller part of this will be complete. Thank you for watching. If you're thinking of doing this to your car, I would highly recommend it. For me, it's transformed the experience of the car and made driving a lot more enjoyable. If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.